Wait a minute. Can you say that again? Look, I think it's good that we've done this interview, but you need to just say it. We need to be completely transparent here, so we can get the whole story straight.
Because number one, I used to use Wahl when I was a barber. Like, that's what I used to use. And
Barbers, today's episode is a full interview with TPOB. We're covering everything, so sit back, relax, and enjoy. This one has been a long time in the making. We're making history here, Barbers. Barber News is here to take over. Run it.
The following program, Barber News with Toad, features a highly opinionated, overly caffeinated, and deeply sarcastic amphibian discussing all things barber-related. Toad is not a licensed barber, doctor, historian, or even a reliable source of information. He's a toad. All opinions expressed in this show are Toad's alone, and should absolutely not be taken as fact, unless you enjoy being misinformed by a creature that spends most of his life sitting in a swamp. If you're unsure about anything he says, please comment, fact-check, or consult an actual human barber before making any drastic hair or life choices. Toad's advice has resulted in questionable haircuts, unnecessary life advice, and relationship facts. You have been warned. Viewer discretion is advised. Now sit back, relax, and prepare for the most totally ridiculous barber news you've ever seen.
Barbers, before this interview starts, we've got one more important thing to do. Can you guess what it is? If you don't know by now, you probably need a brain scan. Run the fucking intro.
Oh, crying. I'm really just a dickhead. Don't act like you don't know me. This scam deserve a trophy. Baby, they know me straight. Do the most crying in history. Power potent go show up. The scam with clippers blow up. It's bossy or crying. 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 Bossy or crying.
Barbers, welcome on to Barber News, the GOAT, the myth, the legend, TPOB. You're live on Barber News, brother, so don't cuss, don't say anything too insane, and for fuck's sake, don't mention anyone's wife.
yo, Toad, I just want to say first off, love your show, killing it, and thank you very much for having me on. You're a legend.
Okay, that's all great, but let's not fuck around here. I've got a mob of angry barbers coming at me. I know you don't mind it, but it sends my anxiety through the fucking roof. So tell us straight, what are you most excited about that's coming up?
I'm most excited for sure about our upcoming releases. So I've been working really hard and we're almost ready to drop the go. And I know I've seen people in the comments and I've seen people saying, oh, but T-Pop, you're teasing us, you're edging us, which by the way is inappropriate because it's a rude word.
Sorry for interrupting you, but for those of you who don't know what this word means, yeah, I'm talking to the lesser experienced people, let me explain. In sexual slang, edging basically means dragging out an orgasm by stopping and starting over and over again. There you go, now you've learned something new today. Okay, sorry about that TPOB. Please continue.
But I just feel like it's going to be worth the wait. And there's going to be a big announcement very, very soon about that. And I'm also excited about, we've got lots of clippers upcoming. You know about the mini play. I've mentioned the play 2. You've seen the vortex. There's tons of stuff, a lot of surprises. But the best thing, you just got to know the next release is the go. They'll have the double magnetic guards. They're going to come with the architect blade. And it's going to be a really strong release.
I can already see the geeks taking notes, ready to hold us both accountable for these drops actually happening. We're crazy excited to see the Go Clipper. And yes, Barbers, I've got a sneaky image right here. Editor, throw that up on the screen, please. We'll get deeper into this later, but we've got to keep moving since our special guest is here. So tell me this, TPOB, this is a question that comes up a lot in the comments. Do you collab with other barbers? Is that something you'd actually do?
As for other barbers, I mean, we do collab with other barbers. Let me put my hood up. I feel more comfy with my hood up, you know.
Sure.
So, as far as other barbers, we do collab with barbers, just not famous barbers. And I don't really think it's possible because every barber you know that is well known is involved in the blackballing of T-Pop pretty much. There is a few exceptions, like shout out to Tank B Chopping, who always will do a video on T-Pop or always give the brand the respect that I think it deserves. But the majority of people are definitely involved in the blackballing of T-pop. So you can't really, because they're paid by either brands or other people specifically to not work with T. So we can't. And how can you trust anyone? And also the way that I look at it is like, if we've got this far without it, and we've got this far without doing any shows, then it's made me think like, the way that we do it without the big names and without the shows is actually a better way of doing things. But I don't know, maybe your viewers can let me know what they think about that in the comments, because are we doing it the right way, or do they want us to see us working with a Marty Blends and all?
Let's do a fade and beard.
Well, I think the way you've done it so far is absolutely amazing. You're basically a legend now, no matter what. You literally started from nothing. And honestly, I don't think guys like that creep Marty or any of the other so-called big-name barbers deserve to run alongside TPOB. That's my take on it. Barbers, drop a comment. Should TPOB let the big names run with the brand, or do we say fuck them? Let me know what you think. Now TPOB, I told you I wasn't going to go lightly in this interview. I'm speaking for my friends watching who are rooting me on to ask the serious questions. And here's one you haven't really answered much on. So, brace yourself. Please tell us. What's going on with the Goblin 2? Is it real? Is it just a rumor? A lot of barbers want to know.
The Goblin 2 is one of those things. It's like Bigfoot, isn't it? We talk about it a lot, but nobody knows if it exists or if it doesn't exist. But like I got the exploding clipper here to compare it to the mini player size-wise. I put a video up on the Instagram, I think yesterday.
What's up, guys? Quick size comparison to the upcoming mini play,
and it's just a really, this clip, it's too loud. It's too loud. So people go on about RPMs, but they don't really understand that RPM is just speed. It's not it's a measurement of speed of movement. So like if I'm going like that, which, why would I do that? Eh?
Bro, what the fuck?
But if I do that, then that's RPMs. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean I'm doing it good, does it? You know what I'm trying to say? That's a good analogy. So imagine you're fingering someone, right?
Oh, brother.
And you've got big RPMs. And if any girls watching this, they will be able to co-sign this, right?
Well, I'm sure after this, any lady viewers we had will certainly be gone now.
So you ever been at the guy and he's like doing that like, as fast as possible, and it's like he's doing nothing, he's just giving you friction burn. That's the instinct summed up. Whereas the player's more like, the player knows what it's doing. The player's had more experience. The player might not be as fast, but it has a lot more experience, and it can get you to the destination faster because it knows what it's doing and it's fit for the right purpose. So as far as the Goblin 2, I'm rambling there. Maybe if we can fix all the issues, but at the moment, I don't like the Vector motor. I don't like it. I don't like the current state of it. I don't like it from a personal stance, and I don't like it from a business stance. There'll be a lot of returns, a lot of complaints, and people might want it. I agree, but if you saw the type of returns that them motors get and all the recalls and the explosions and the heat, then I don't think anyone would touch it. But yeah, maybe is the answer, in short.
Well, there you have it. The play clipper clearly knows more about sex and pleasing women than we ever did. I'm sure you learned something there. Now, I'm not going to pretend I'm some experienced porn star, but one time I was with this pig, bro. I nearly started a fire down there. By the end of it, it was like when the whales come back up for air. But I think that was a one-time fluke. Anyway, let's get serious. We can't drift off topic. So tell me, have you got any news for the barbers watching?
News for the barbers, just the upcoming stuff, really. And one thing that I want to know, actually, if people want, is subscriptions. Like, do you want us to start doing on TPOB USA subscriptions? Like, what I mean is like subscriptions for your neck strips and for your powders and for your hair products and for your gloves and maybe even for your clippers, where you'll get something sent out to you every month, but you'll obviously pay a monthly fee, but you'll obviously pay a little bit less for it. But yeah, that's something I want your audience to let me know today, actually, because it's something I've been thinking about. I mean, it doesn't really bother me if you don't want that, you do want that, but I mean, I think it'd be quite good. Where like maybe like at the end of the month, you get sent out like a neck strip, a powder, a hair clay, some gloves, enough to last you that month, and you pay a specific amount, and obviously you've saved money for getting it as part of the subscription. So yeah, that's something I'm thinking about.
Wow, I think that's awesome. I know you've got neck strips for sale now, and for the prices, they're unbeatable. You also mentioned you're going to be doing hair products, and I think a monthly subscription would be such a cool idea, especially if you gave a little something extra for the real ones. Like you said, maybe a blade or something cool. Barbers, drop your thoughts on that one. Okay, TPOB, we had great success with slime games, and we've got a group on Instagram. If anyone's interested in that group, message me. But what we're seeing now is a lot of people asking, will there be another slime games? And if so, would it be something you'd bring back and do on another level?
Slime games. So slime games, I wasn't in control of slime games. I had to intervene a few times because there's a lot of like arguing and people talking about. What you've got to understand, guys, anyone who's thinking of entering slime games, is it's a game, right? You might lose. You can't be too weird about it. Like there's people who entered slime games who unfollowed TPOB. So it's like we're giving people this opportunity and they're losing and then taking it out on us like out on the brand like it's a personal thing, and it's not. I didn't even choose any of them. Like the audience chose or Toad chose or something like that. So it's a little bit weird to me, some of the things, some of the reactions. But yeah, the thing you've got to know about being an influencer is I think Slime Games 2 with a cash prize would be good. What amount are you thinking, Todd?
Geez, you're putting me on the spot. What about $1,000 for the winner?
That could be good, but I think we could maybe make it a bit higher than that to make it a bit more interesting. But what you've got to bear in mind with being an ambassador is, right, when you are an ambassador for a clipper company and they give you 15% or 20% or 10% of so if you sell $100, they give you 10. Or if you sell $100, they give you 20. That is a really, really fucking big margin, really big. So if you can sell clippers, if you can build your own audience up to a point where people will support you and use your code to buy the clippers, then you're making a big, big profit. Because you've got to bear in mind, businesses work on a 10 to 20 to 30% margin on the very top end in e-commerce, which means if I sold $1 million worth of clippers, I might make 300,000 or 250,000 profit. Maybe. That's if you're lucky. There's a lot of intricacies. So you are making, by selling a clipper, like the whole profit margin of a company. You need to really bear that in mind when you're being an ambassador, because a lot of people, I feel, sort of don't feel. It's not that I feel that it should feel grateful, but it's just like they feel like they want more. Like, I want a discount code and I want to get paid and I want free clippers. And then it's like, well, if you have a discount code and you get paid and you get free clippers, the company's making a massive loss. And I see people all the time saying like, well, clipper companies, you're making millions of dollars, right? You don't work out profit like that. You work it out on a case-by-case basis. So the machine, is each individual machine making profit? Maybe your company's making profit overall. Maybe you've got another bit of a business venture that's nothing to do with this one, but you can't lose money here just because you're making money there, or else you'd end up losing money overall at the end. Are you with me?
Yes, I'm totally with you, and I don't want to see you out of pocket, so it's good you explained that. But before we continue any further, I need you all to take a quick moment to listen to a sample of a song I've got coming out soon. It's short, it's catchy, it's a true story. And I want to know what you all think of it.
Toadson, everyone knows him as Toad. Started out a barber on a broke-ass road. Fuck Cherry in the backseat of the Civic, no condom. Now she says there's a kid, and she swears that he's got one. But don't care, he just won't call. Barber news is booming, he's above it all.
The full version will be out on all major platforms soon, so let me know what you think of it. But please, TPOB, explain to me. If we do Slime Games 2, what can we expect? What can the winner get?
When you win Slime Games, right, you get every TPOB drop sent to you for free. And you get the opportunity to join our ambassador program. And there's two different types of doing it, where you earn a big percentage and you get to give people good offers.
Well, you don't see any other brands doing anything like that. There you have it, people. Slime Games will be back, and it's going to be insane. Okay, I've got another question for you. One that loads of people have been asking. If you had to use one brand that's not TPOB, what would you use and why?
One brand that's not TPOB, I would probably use Wahl. It's just because, number one, I used to use Wahl when I was a barber. Like, that's what I used to use. And yeah, that's it, really. I mean, it's not because I think they're particularly the best. It's just that that's what I would use if I was a barber, because it's just what I was used to when I was cutting. I used to use the magic clip. Obviously, the players took over what the magic clip was, but yeah. So my answer's gotta be Wahl, just for nostalgic reasons. It's just what I was used to. I used to use a Wahl, but the arm, you know, the arm snaps off on them because it's a little bit, because it's going into plastic, like the arm side. The arm had snapped off here, but instead of fixing the clipper, I taped it up. So I had a masking tape around there, and I just cut like that, but it cut better with the tape on. So for like a year, probably the last year of my barbering career, I was using a magic clip with masking tape around it, and occasionally it'd fall apart. I just sort of push it back together, but it worked great. And it funded the start of TPOB, so you gotta give credit where credit's due.
Bro, that's fucking crazy. You'd think you'd be loving your own clippers since yours are so good now, but no, you had yours duct taped together. That's fucking hilarious. Be honest with me. Did you buy any other brands?
I did buy a Babyliss FX also once before I stopped by, and I hated cutting with it, the whole experience and everything.
Well, there you have it. The TPOB stalkers will love that one. TPOB did buy a Babyliss FX. Someone clip this, please, and post it. Okay, bro, I didn't plan on staying on this long. It's like when Joe Rogan interviewed Trump. But this was good. And before you go, if you want to shout anyone out, please do.
So yeah, thanks for having me on, Todd. I want to shout out. Who do I want to shout out? I want to shout out all the TPOB ambassadors. Like everyone repping. I'll just try and think off the top of my head. It's shout out Dr. Barber, shout out J Blends, shout out Top Tier Trims, shout out Cutty Fresh, shout out Sean J, repping in the the Facebook all the time. Shout out Todd, yourself, brother. Shout out Bad Beard Brian. Who else have we got? I know I'm forgetting people. I'm sorry, I know I'm forgetting people, but I can't rename everyone. Shout out everyone supporting TPOB. And yeah, and that's it really. So thanks for having me on.
Well, Barbers, you didn't think that was it, did you? TPOB, don't you have a final message for everyone?
And I just want you all to know that the goal is going to be coming out in around... Oh, did you hear me? The goal is coming out in around... Toad! I think I've lost you. Toad!
Alright, Toadson, everyone knows him as Toad. Started out a barber on a broke-ass road. Fuck Cherry in the backseat of the Civic, no condom. Now she says there's a kid, and she swears that he's got one. But don't care, he just won't call. Barber news is booming, he's above it all.